All right, so I got the microphone here. If you got a question for Amy, let me know. I'll pass it your way.
Amy, obviously, just offense outstanding again tonight. I mean, Lexi was sensational in the first quarter. I mean, how much did just the energy feed off of her? She made about every shot, and I mean, the rest of you guys just followed suit throughout the game.
Yeah, for sure. She came out ball of fire, on fire, and it gave us great momentum for the whole rest of the game.
They pulled within 9 there in that third quarter. Obviously made things interesting. Given how tough the ending was the other night on Saturday, what was just the focus to be able to close it out? Because obviously you started the fourth quarter on such a big run.
Yeah, for sure. We just when they go on their runs, we got to be able to lock in and then go on ours.
Obviously, there was a lot of emotion, kind of chaos at Northern Illinois at the end of the game. How did you guys respond to that over the next couple days in practice and just mentally, just after kind of chaotic scene there?
Yeah, for sure. We just stuck together. Everybody in our circle, we love each other, and we just stuck together.
11-2 at home this season. I mean, just so many big wins. Like tonight. Toledo, obviously. To be able to go 11-2 at home, how special is that for you guys to obviously use that home court advantage?
Yeah, for sure. That speaks to the BG community and our fans, and it's such a special place to play. And like I said, I'm probably biased, but it's the best place to play.
40 rebounds as a team today. How does that really help you, because this team is struggled at times rebounding?
Yeah, for sure. Rebounding was really important tonight. They're long and lanky, and they're good at rebounding, so that was just really important tonight. We had to box out and make sure we got on the boards.
And then 18 assists on 32 made shot. How does the movement of the ball really help open up the offense for this team?
Oh, for sure. When we move the ball and when we have a lot of assists, it looks really good for us, and we score the ball well when we can move it and score off each other.
You had a great three-point shooting night as a team, but 34 points in the paint. You really dominate down low as well. How does that help open up the three-point shots then?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, when we can play inside out, it makes it really tough for them to choose between guarding the paint or guarding the threes, and I think we have threats from both places. So, when we can play inside out, it looks really great for us.
I got a question for you. Yeah. So, Lexi's been here 5 years. You've been her teammate for 4 of those years and seen a lot of things that she's gone through. How gratifying was it for you to see her get off to such a start tonight in what we know for sure is your last home game?
Yeah, it was incredible. She's just been a great teammate to me and friend for the past 4 years, and it was I'm so happy for her that she could come out here and just be on fire from the start. She's a great teammate and great person.
Any other questions for? Oh, yep, we got one back here.
Last home game for you after such a great career. What are you going to be taking from playing at this place, and what will you always remember? And were you feeling the emotions tonight? Was it the last time around?
Yeah, for sure. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is just such a special place to play. I just love it here.
All right, any other questions for Amy? All right, thank you very much. We'll get Lexi up here.
Lexi, was that the most on fire, just confident you've ever been shooting the ball that first quarter?
Yeah, I think it definitely was. But I keep saying, I think I've said this too many times. But my teammates are doing a great job. I mean, I think we always do a great job of having whoever has the hot hand give them the ball. Like Amy had it in Toledo, we got her the ball. So she was doing a great job getting me open, everyone. We were moving the ball. So when you have great teammates like that, it makes it pretty easy.
I think it says a lot that you didn't force anything after that. You had such a great first quarter, and then you finished with 6 assists, only shot the ball a couple more times after that. That obviously opened everything else up. How did you just adjust to, what Kent State was throwing at you defensively?
I mean, that's just how a basketball game goes. So you got to read the defense, what they're giving you, and if they're up on me, if they're face guarding me, which I don't think they did that too much. But if they're up on me, like you said, it opens driving lanes. So Amy can get down there, Paige can get down there, Nate can get down there. When they're playing hard like that, and you make a couple of shots, it opens everything up.
Obviously, on Saturday, it was very kind of hectic ending. Not the way you guys wanted to finish, just kind of a lot of chaos. But how did you guys respond in practice over the next couple days, trying to bounce back from something like that?
Yeah, it is hard to bounce back from something like that, but it is something you kind of need for the MAC tournament. You got to light a fire under you. You got to keep plugging away, and I think that's what we did. Obviously, it played off tonight. But yeah, that's what we got to keep going. We need momentum going into the MAC tournament. So we have one more game to create that momentum, and we got to go into it with it.
You guys are 11-2, finished 11-2 at home this season. Just kind of how special is that? Even though the 2 losses were really, really close games, to be able to dominate at home like you did, how special?
Yeah, it's been really, really special. Just your fans at Stro, your community at Stro. I mean, we're on spring break, and the place was loud tonight, so it was good to see everyone come out for the last Stro game. Playing alongside of Amy for 4 years has been awesome. So it's just been great to share that. She was crying after the game. I held myself together, which is not normal. But yeah, it's been really special here.
How does this win really regain momentum for you as a team for EMU and for the upcoming MAC tournament?
I think, well, one thing that stands out is our 18 assists. So I think Coach always says that when we move the ball, we get great shots. I'm not going to say always, more times than not, we move the ball great in the first quarter, especially in the first 5 minutes. We kind of go away from that, but once we get back into moving the ball, like I said, finding who has the hot hand, we get great shots, and that's how we create our momentum. And then on the other end, defensively, we just got to, I think we did a great job tonight of doing that. How many are there? 11 turnovers. But, I think we did a great job defensively, but offensively, that's how we get the ball rolling.
And then, obviously, great three-point shooting tonight, but 34 points in the paint. What does it mean that you can shoot well behind the arc and then take it inside as well?
That's how great teams are. We have EP, Mox, Taya, whoever it is, being our 5. If they got to go double them, then it opens up for us. If we're hitting it, you can't win. You got to go back to doubling. So it just creates open shots for everyone.
Any other questions for Lexi? All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Coach Fred up here. Coach, if you want to start us off with an opening statement or two, and then we can take questions.
Yeah, really good to see our seniors leave the Stro like that. For our fans and for those seniors, what a special night. It's hard to watch them walk out the door, but we still have some games left, so we're not going to cry too many tears right now. But what a great outing, especially from Lex, against a really, really good Kent State team, well coached, really, really good players. So pretty proud of what we did tonight. Out-rebounded them, got to the free throw line, made a lot of threes, shot a great percentage, won every quarter but the third, little lull. And then our points in the paint and our assists are up there. So that whenever that happens, I think we're pretty good.
To put up 30 points in the first quarter, and Lexi's making everything she's shooting. Just how much fun is it watching that, her performance, and then obviously everyone else is feeding off that.
Yeah, until I look up at the scoreboard, I'm just trying to grind out every possession. But once she caught fire and the momentum, and you could just feel it building, it was pretty special. Just try to keep on trying to get her the ball back, and Amy did a great job early in the possession of getting downhill and pitching up. So really good shots. She hit some tough ones after she caught fire. But this is who they are. She had the majority of her points in the first half. She didn't force it. She passed it to her teammates, the open player, high assist total. When we do that kind of stuff, we're really good. And that's who we are as a team. I don't think we ever do not pass the ball to somebody because we want the shot. I think we do it out of maybe fatigue or lack of awareness, but they share the ball, and when they do, we're really successciel.
To win the rebounding battle 40-28 against the number 2 rebounding team in the MAC, a team with so much in playing, just how much does that just really kind of solidify just how good this group is, even with a small lineup, how good they can rebound. Obviously the shooting helped tonight, but to be able to rebound like that.
Yeah, I think we've been doing a good job of we don't have a lot of size out there, but we do have a lot of tenacity. We get after rebounds, we tip them out, we get loose balls, so that's great. Kent had some size out today, which probably helped the situation, but typically we're rebounding the ball pretty well. So our kids they're resilient. They get out there regardless of who they're guarding or how much size advantage they have on them. They fight.
Two-part question, and I'd like to ask just any comments on what transpired at the end of the Northern Illinois game the other day, and how do you see your team kind of respond in practice over the next couple of days after that?
Yeah, I'll take ownership on my part. I lost my composure. I would say for a good reason, but I'm not going to give you an excuse. I didn't do a good job there. I should have been there for the team at the end of the game, and that's my fault. Will never happen again. I don't typically make mistakes like that, but we came in. I apologized to the team. It was my mistake. Should never be like that. I'm representing the university. I'm representing them. I'm an example for them, and I just can't do that. But after we went through it and apologized, and we just kept it moving. We hit stride. They're very forgiving. They were very gracious with me. We went into practice. We grinded it out. Had 2 really good practices, and this is the outcome.
You talked about it a little bit, that third quarter, they had a nice run. What was the message going into the fourth after that third?
Yeah, we hold the ball, we lack aggressiveness, we pass up some marginal shots that we usually take. Our energy level drops defensively. We allow the ball to get to the middle third of the floor, and when that happens, it's a recipe for disaster. That's what you get when those things occur. But I thought we did a good job in the fourth quarter of bouncing back, and we talked about it in the huddle. And once they left the huddle after that break, they got back to business.
Now, the talk of the game is going to be the 3-point shooting, but 34 points in the paint. What does it mean to just dominate everywhere on the court offensively?
Yeah, anytime you can put up that kind of number against a really good team like that, it's an accomplishment. But Lex said it. Outside game's working. They got to adjust. Inside game starts working. They got to adjust. We can be a complete team. I think Erica and our inside players give us that. And we have perimeter players. So when those two things are working, in accordance, we can put up 84 points.
I asked this about to Amy as well. You've been Lexi's coach for a couple of years, but you know everything she's been through. You spoke to her play a little bit, but how gratifying is it to see her have a game like that and just kind of all the joy and emotion that she plays with?
She deserves it. She deserves every ounce of it. I wish she would have had 20 more in the second half. She deserves that. I love the way that she had her last game at the Stro. I love it. That's if there's any gift you could give her, it's a great memory, and that's going to be a great memory for her for the rest of her life. And her resilience and her fight to come back from devastating injuries and just keep going. And when doubt crept into her mind, she gritted up and kept it moving. So it's just a really, really, really good person. I always say whether she plays basketball or not after this, she's going to be successful in whatever she does.
Any other questions for Coach?
All right. Thank you very much. Thanks for your coverage. Appreciate you.
Ivy, one last time at the Stro.
Yep.
Isaac Zumba.
Yep. You got it with some passion. Come on.
Isaac Zumba.
There we go.